Hello, if you are going through the classes in the Introduction to Vibrational Astrology course in order, we have now completed 5 topics. We have talked a little bit about the historical origins of vibrational astrology. Number 2, we've discussed the theoretical framework of vibrational astrology. 3, we have taken a quick look at some of the fundamental astronomy and the Western astrological tradition that is a basis for VA. We have discussed the meanings of the planets, and we just discussed how vibrational charts work, what they look like, and how to interpret them. And the next topic is the meaning of the vibrations. For example, what does 5 vibration mean? What does 7 vibration mean? What does it do to us? So we're going to go through the meanings of the vibrations. And after a series of tutorial videos on the meanings of vibrations, we will then put it all together, and we're going to look at the charts of groups of people. For example, the greatest athletes, the greatest rock and roll musicians. We will look at some politicians. These are very public people that most of us are familiar with, or we can read about them, watch videos about them. Public people, so we can all have some idea of who they are and relate to them, and to see what is going on astrologically that contributes to the way they are. So that's where we put it all together. We're going to start seeing it. We still have not gone into zodiac signs, houses, and some other things. But before we go into zodiac signs and houses, we're going to learn how to interpret what we've learned so far. And then later in this course, we will begin to look at zodiac signs and houses. So there's a lot to learn, and we are going to go through the meanings and vibrations, and then we're going to do lots and lots of charts. And while we have all of these classes on charts of the rock and roll musicians, the athletes, other people, there are a lot of them. It's going to take up a lot of classes. While we're doing that, you need to be looking at the charts of friends and family and anyone else you're curious about. When we get to the point where we start looking at charts in class, start looking at charts of people and you could also be famous people, anybody. They should have AA data, means birth data from a birth certificate or birth record. So we're learning the language, we've learned the concepts, we are getting very close to putting it all together and begin interpretation. So again, as soon as I finish going through the meanings of the vibrations, that may take, 10 or 12 more videos. Then we start putting it together. We begin to interpret. We still haven't learned everything. We haven't learned about the zodiac signs and houses. We'll be adding lots of other things, but you will know enough of the language of vibrational astrology to begin putting it all together in interpretation. So that's where we're headed in the upcoming probably 30 or 40 next classes in this course. Okay, my friends, just thought I'd give you this little break here to introduce the next section of this course. By the way, I call this lesson 22. Sometimes I insert more lessons earlier, so maybe this won't be lesson 22 in the future, but somewhere around there. Okay, that's all for now, and the next class will be on the meanings of the vibrations. Thank you very much for listening, my friends. God bless. Namaste.